Good day, everyone. My name is Denzil Celestine Dcosta from the Department of Hospitality Science, Milagres College, Mangalore. Today, we are going to talk about eggs and egg cookery. First, let's see what is an egg. An egg is always called a complete food. This is a food where you get all the nutrients that are required for a human body. Egg gives enough of nourishment from the infant stage till the older age. First, let's see the uses of an egg in the culinary industry. So let's see what are the uses of an egg. First use, very important use, is emulsion. To use the emulsion, or the quality of emulsion is received from the enzyme called as lecithin in the yolk. This helps two unmixable liquids such as oil and water to mix together. For example, mayonnaise. Now what happens in mayonnaise is the yolk mixes with an oil. Yolk you can take it as a liquid base, and oil you can take it as a fat base. These two are unmixable products which get mixed together because of the presence of lecithin in the yolk. Next one is foam. Egg white, when beaten, converts into a foam. It traps the air, thus forming what you can tell as frothy texture. So foam is another use. Next is coagulation. What do you mean by coagulation? Coagulation is nothing but getting together. So it coagulates. For example, you can see egg whites when you fry, they come together, they become hard. So that is the stage where coagulation, it hardens, it coagulates. Okay. Next is clarifying agent. What do you mean by clarifying agent? Clarifying. Now, especially this is done while doing soups. Okay. What happens in this is egg white or an egg is added into a stock. When a stock is prepared, there'll be a lot of debris, unnecessary products that will be going around this stock that will reduce the eye appeal of a soup, also sometimes the taste. So when this egg is added, when mixed with some other products, what does it do is it attracts all the debris and it brings it together to clarify the soup. So that is the agent, that is clarifying agent. This happens because of the special coagulating properties of an egg. Now egg gives you color. How can egg give a color? The yolk has yellow color. Thus, this yolk provides an yellow color to the food, especially while making custard. Now, flavor. Egg has its own natural flavor, especially while preparing sponge cake. Eggs gives a natural flavor to the sponge cake. So, we'll head on to the next point, that is composition of an egg. So here you can see the egg is divided or sectioned into three different sections. First one, the entire egg is being shown. Then you have egg whites as well as egg yolk. First we'll see the whole egg. The whole egg contains 75% of the water. Next, 12% of proteins, 10% of fats, 1% of carbohydrates, and 1% of minerals. Those are trace minerals that are required for the human body. Now, when we see egg white, in the egg white, 88% of this egg white is water. Then 4 gram, that is proteins, 0 gram fat, and trace amount of minerals. That is what is 1% of minerals that are there in the whole egg. Next, you have the egg yolk. That is 49% of the egg yolk is water, 3 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat that is there. The composition of egg gives you a wholesome food which gives you the entire required nutrients that are required for the body. Now let's see the structure or parts of an egg. Here I've illustrated the parts of an egg with a basic diagram. The yellow part is the yolk. Then you can see a thin line which goes through the yolk and which connects to the ends of the egg, which is called as the chalazi. Then you have the vitelline membrane which is circling the exterior of the yolk. Then you have the thick white which is then immediately next to the yolk, which is thicker in consistency. And then you have the thin white which is a little thinner in consistency, which is the outer liquid. Then you have the air cell which is right at the top, a small balloon like consistency, which is created due to the age of an egg. Then the last part is the shell. The shell is the exterior hard cover of an egg, which doesn't allow the egg proteins to come out. Next, we move on to the structure of an egg. You can see, you have seen the structure, the parts. Now, in this, it is the eggshell. Now, what is the eggshell all about? It is a porous, what you can tell as a framework, or a outer covering of an egg, which is porous. Remember, so it doesn't allow the liquid to go out, but it allows the exchange of gases and moisture. That's why you can see the air cell be getting framed inside the egg. Next, shell color has no impact on the flavor or the nutrition, because shell color, there are different of shell colors. Some are brown, some are white, some are black. There are different colors of the shells that are there available in the market or in the farms, but the inside or the quality doesn't get affected by the shell. Then it is a protective, what you can tell as coating, which gives the egg a basic body, which will be very soft when it is laid, but it turns harder because of the calcium content in it. It turns harder as the age goes by. Next one is the air cell. Air cell, as I told you earlier, is a small balloon-like structure that is formed when the egg ages. This happens because of the porous nature of the eggshell. The egg white shrinks, or the moisture in the egg white evaporates, and thus shrinkage occurs, and this leads to the air cell. Next, you have the albumin. Basically, albumin is the egg white that is present. Okay, it consists of thick and thin portion. Two types of albumin they are there, which is basically major part of it is protein and moisture. The next one is the thin loaf-like consistency is the chalazi or chalaza. They have different pronunciations that go on. It is basically an anchor for the yolk, which holds the yolk in the center of the egg. Okay, now what is the duty? What happens to this rope when the egg ages? Okay, the chalaza weakens and it loses its power, and that time you can see in some boiled eggs in the later stages, the yolk moves to the exterior of the almost towards the eggshell on the end. Okay, that is because the chalaza has disappeared because of the aging of the egg. Next one is the membranes. There are basically two membranes, that is vitelline membrane, that is the thin membrane that surrounds the yolk, and next one is the shell membrane, that is a membrane which is right inside the shell, which protects the yolk from coming out. Next part is the yolk, that is composed of protein granules and oil droplets within the sphere. This is a place which generally provides the fat content that is required in an egg. Now, while talking the yolk, we'll also go to the next point, that is germinal disc. This is present on the yolk, a small round disc which is present on the yolk, which acts as a what you can tell as a birth zone, where the when the eggs are incubated from. This is the place where the new chicken or hen starts to grow, and this uses the yolk to consume the yolk, and then form a bigger bird inside. Okay, then blood spots. This is rarely found in the egg. This happens due to maybe ruptured blood vessels while the egg is laid, or also the formation of the yolk. Okay, so so here we spoke about the different parts, the structure of an egg. Now we will go to the quality of an egg. Now let's see the different qualities. That is, first one is fresh egg, second one is older eggs. First, let's see what is the quality of a fresh egg. Fresh egg stands high when broken onto a plate. When you break open an egg, okay, what happens to the fresh egg is, it is, you can see the yolk on top, then the thick membrane, thick egg white, and the thin egg white. You can see the classification very clearly. Yolk stands up high and round, you can see it very clearly. Two layers of egg whites are evident. It is very clear that there are three total layers: yolk, thick egg white and thin egg white. Then small air cell is formed. The air cell within the egg, what you can tell as the shell, is a very small, which means the egg is fresh because the most of the moisture is still there within the egg. Yolks are slightly acidic because they are still fresh. That acid content is still there in the yolk. Now let's talk about older eggs. How can you identify older eggs? Now, first and foremost, when you break open the egg totally spreads on the plate. The yolk does not stand high and round. There is no distinction between the two layers of the egg whites. It is one single layer because of the quality. The egg white has thinned out and mixed with the both thin and thick. Now, the air cell will be large. The balloon which is there, which will grow because of the evaporation of moisture from the egg. Egg becomes more alkaline. It tastes a little more alkalinish in quality. Next, we go to the topic egg flavors and odors. Now, how does the flavor of an egg get affected? This is basically happens when the feed of the hen is of good quality. If the odor will be good, if it is bad quality, the odor will be bad. Not only that, if the feed has a different flavor, that flavor always comes to the egg flavor because of the nourishment that an hen receives. That happens to the egg also. Then the breed of an egg, what type of hen it is, whether it is a farm grown egg, whether it's a broiler egg, turkey hen, different qualities, it depends on that. Then the storage, the flavor of the egg also depends on the storage, how you store eggs. It depends. If the egg is susceptible to moisture or any smells, the egg will absorb the smell and it will have that smell. It can be a good or a bad smell. Next, we go to recommendations. How to use an egg, how to keep good quality of an egg. First one is avoid cross contamination of raw eggs. Now raw eggs are one product which will attract any cross contamination very quickly and adapt to it and absorb the flavors of it. So always it should be kept away from the cross contaminations. Next, do not eat raw eggs because this can cause salmonella diseases to a human being and cause even very bad health conditions. Next, cook over moderate heat. Don't overcook the egg. When you overcook the egg, whatever nutrients are there will burn off, and also the yolk will start to oxidize and create a layer on top, maybe green or blackish layer. Use pasteurized eggs for high risk populations. Now, what is pasteurized egg? This is basically done during the processing of an egg when it is already broken up, separated, and then processed. So, egg should be pasteurized when going in large quantity. Next, we talk about prevention and processing. What are the eggs? What are the different products of eggs, or how are the eggs processed? First one, you have frozen eggs, where the eggs are frozen separately. Maybe egg white separate, egg yolk separate, or yolks frozen with salt or sugar. They stabilize. Salt stabilizes the egg yolk. What you can tell as it doesn't allow it to go rancid very fast. Then dried egg here, what you can tell as it can be freeze dried, or it can be what you can tell as vacuum dried. These both drying methods are used to dry an egg, wherein all the moisture from the egg is removed out and dried up, so that the egg gets dried but no loss of quality takes place. Then liquid egg, again egg is already in its liquid form, so they are separated into yolk and white, and they are supplied to wholesalers or hotels wherever required. Then the other methods, there are many other ways egg can be processed, maybe whipped, maybe fried. There are different methods, so there is no limitation in the processing of an egg. Now, pasteurization required for all processed eggs. Now, fresh eggs may not require pasteurization because it is already pasteurized, it has the eggshell covering it. But when the eggs are allowed outside, or they're broken open from the shell, they need to be pasteurized to kill the salmonella that is there. Otherwise, the salmonella will grow and affect the human health. Next, we're going to talk about egg preparation methods. Here you can see different methods that are shown. We'll just go through them. Poached, cooked in shell, that is boiled. Fried egg may be fried on a pan. In this, there are many types. There is sunny side up. There is fully cooked. There are many ways that an egg can be cooked by directly putting it on the pan. Then scrambled egg by adding a little bit of milk. Then shirred egg. Omelets, you have French and fluffy. Then you have crepes, that is pancakes made out of egg and flour. Then souffles, custards, baked, soft or stirred. Then you have meringues which is done by egg whites which are beaten and forms a foam. Then microwave cooking. Now you saw these few methods that are there. Now egg is one dish which is very versatile. What you can do here is you can prepare n amount of ways. You have no what you can tell as a stop to the preparation methods of an egg. Egg can be used in different cookings. Even in every country, egg is used in different methods. When we go to, let's say in India, egg is used basically maybe to use as a coating. In oriental regions, they are used again as a batter, sometimes to prepare a custard as well. Maybe while going to European countries, it is used as a thickening agent, a binding agent, and different agents or different products. So egg is a very versatile product where you can cook in many different ways. Also, egg by itself, just with salt and pepper, can be had as an whole meal, which will be nourishing to humankind. So I hope you have understood all the points that I had to discuss with you all. Thank you for listening.